This is the Infinix Note 40 Pro 4G, and it packs a lot of features that make me wonder how it is priced around $250. For that price, you are getting 70 watts fast charging and 20 watts wireless max charge, which are all provided in the box by Infinix. It supports reverse wireless charging, and it comes with a 108 megapixel primary camera, among some other features. On paper, the specs look enticing, but how does the phone perform in real life? The Note 40 Pro is one among 3 other phones in the Note 40 series. That includes the Note 40, the Note 40 Pro 5G, and the Note 40 Pro Plus 5G. I'll try to get my hands on the other devices in the series and compare them with the Note 40 Pro 4G. The phone costs $248, and if you do the math, that's 398,000 naira, which sounds too much. The exchange rate is not funny anymore in our country. The phone is competing closely with the Redmi Note 30 Pro and Samsung Galaxy A25. Subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified when I upload a comparison videos with those phones. Let me say, this is the most accessories I've ever seen in the box of a phone. You get a 70 watts charging brick, a 20 watts max charge that sits at the back of the minimal TPU case snugly. There is a high quality screen protector in the box, and you also get some paperwork and stickers. You are getting a USB-C cable, earpiece, and the phone itself. While other manufacturers are cutting down on what they bundle in the box of a phone, Infinix is going all out and even giving you more. The phone looks like a refreshed design from the Infinix Note 30 Pro, a slightly larger camera bump that sticks out from the back of the phone, housing the 108 megapixel primary camera and the 2 other camera sensors. Apart from the flashlight, there is a new halo light in the same area. It can be customized in the settings, and it glows up for calls, notifications, music, or even when you call on the voice assistants. The color I have here is called Titan Gold, and it has some sort of matte design that hides things. The color also changes depending on how the lights hit it. It kind of feels slippery in the hand, though I love the minimal case that Infinix provided in the box. It has a leather finish, and without it, the max charge won't stick to the back of the phone. The case and max charge don't add significant weight to the phone. Instead, they make the phone even more comfortable to hold in the hand. The speaker on the phone is tuned in collaboration with JBL, and Infinix took something from Xiaomi's playbook, which is the IR Blaster. It can be used to control electronics. The SIM card holder is located at the bottom of the phone, and it supports 2 SIM cards, and there is no slot for memory expansion, maybe because it has 256 gig storage space. Since it has a curved display, the frames are slim and glossy, but it won't show things aggressively. As far as design goes, it is more like refining what was already there. It has an IP54 dust and water splash resistance rating as well. The Infinix Note 40 Pro comes with a 6.78-inch curved AMOLED display with 1080p resolution and 120Hz refresh rate. It is set to auto refresh rate that switches between 60Hz and 120Hz out of the box. You have to go into the settings to select your preferred option, 120Hz or 60Hz to save small battery life. The display is curved, and some of us don't like it because of the accidental touches at the edge. In the settings, Infinix has edge mistouch prevention, and depending on the option you select, it prevents accidental touches. If you choose strong, it will prevent it even more. It has 1300 nits of brightness, and outdoors you won't struggle to see the display, especially if it is at max brightness. There is an optical under display fingerprint scanner on the display, which is good, but the animation seems to slow it down while unlocking the phone. There is also face unlock, but it is less secured, and I don't advise you use it. You can stream videos on YouTube at up to 2K resolution, and the colors pop on the display. Since it's an AMOLED display, there is always on display option, and you can also adjust the color temperature of the display. The bezels around the display are slim, and you get a small camera cutout at the top of the phone. The display is sharp and colors pop out nicely. It is also responsive to touch, and you won't have any issues while using the display. Infinix built a new chip called the Cheetah X1 Chip, and it acts as the brain of the phone's charging system. The chipset balances charging speed and temperature control. It also has some special modes for charging at night and charging while gaming. The phone can reverse charge other phones using a USB-C to C cable, and you can also reverse charge other phones and accessories that supports wireless charging at the back of the phone. It has a 5000 mAh battery that charges from 0 to 100 in less than 40 minutes using the 70 watts charger provided in the box by the brand. It will last you an entire day or even 2 days depending on how you use it. battery isn't an issue on this phone as far as I'm concerned. It is running on Android 14 and XOS 14 is the user interface. There isn't a complete overhaul of the interface as I expected, but there are some subtle changes that I like. You get a new AI wallpaper generator inside the settings of the phone, and you can use it to generate 6 new wallpapers every day. Another thing I like is the fact that you can now customize your status bar and remove some icons showing on the screen, like battery percentage among others. You can also customize the phone to your taste and hide apps so others won't even see them. Under special functions, you can clone apps, and there's memory fusion that lets you increase the RAM of this phone from 8 GB RAM to 16 GB RAM using some storage space on the phone. It supports floating windows and split screen, and it works effectively on apps that support the feature. There is a quick menu by swiping on the right side of the display where you can save your frequently used apps. You also get to tweak the active halo lighting in the settings of the phone. It can also be turned off. You get a notification shade when you swipe to the top left, and unimportant notifications are lined at the bottom part while the important ones are seen at the top. If you swipe to the top right side, you get the quick menu, and it opens up where you access the NFC, including the IR Blaster menu. You can also add more features to the quick menu. Folax, which is the assistant powered by ChatGPT, can also translate other languages. There is also a game mode in the settings that lets you concentrate on your gaming without notifications getting in the way. There are some pre-installed apps, and some can be removed while others can't. I haven't seen any ads on the interface of the phone so far, and I'm impressed. There are a ton of software features, and I feel we can even make a separate video about them. This brings us to performance. The phone is powered by the MediaTek Helio G99 Ultimate, which is more of an overclocked version of the Helio G99 on the Note 30 Pro. My variant has 8 GB RAM, but there is a model out there with 12 GB RAM and up to 256 GB storage space. The phone is well optimized and performs as expected. I have used it to play some games, and I have been impressed so far. Call of Duty runs effectively, and I enjoyed playing Asphalt 9 as well. You can't run games on the phone at absolute max graphics settings. For Call of Duty, I was able to get high frame rates and medium graphics. Apps open swiftly, and there aren't noticeable lags. If you want the best performance for gaming, it's better you open games through the X Arena app. The phone has a primary 108 megapixel camera, which is still what we had on the Note 30 Pro. The other lenses at the back of the phone include a 2 megapixel depth sensor and a 2 megapixel macro lens. Pictures with the 108 megapixel options are detailed enough and can be used on social media. You can also zoom at 3x, and I even prefer it over the macro lens. Colors are accurate, and HDR is notable in images. You can also zoom up to 10x with the 108 megapixel option in the camera, which is impressive. Portrait mode is good, and you can see how good the background blur is on the images. I love how minimal the latency is while taking pictures with the phone, even with the 108 megapixel option. There is night mode, and it increases details when you snap images in the night. The 2 megapixel selfie camera is impressive as well, and you get good details in environments with good light. You can shoot 2K videos at 30 frames per second with the 108 megapixel main camera. Same thing applies for the 32 megapixel selfie camera. The video you're currently watching was even shot on the Infinix Note 40 Pro, same as the audio you are listening to. It was not processed, and this is going to give you an idea of what video and audio is going to sound like on the phone. The Infinix Note 40 Pro is the fastest charging phone within its price range, and it comes with an impressive display and refreshed design. Performance might be one of the areas where a couple of phones might outshine it, but it's still decent. The 108 megapixel camera is impressive, but the 2 other lenses at the back of this phone are just off. They are not up to standard. Will I recommend this phone to people? It's a yes for me. It's lacking in some aspect, but I think the most important aspects are nailed perfectly. That's it for this video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Click on the video showing on your screen right now to see me review the Redmi Note 13.